Liverpool 3, Southampton 0. The Liverpool reserves have lost. Bertrand, Redmond, you've passed your test, innit? You want to just come through to the main team now, innit? It's an easy win, man.
Light work.
It was light work. It was one shot on goal?
One shot on target. Do you know what? Don't get me wrong. I thought they started off quite well. Southampton, actually, they looked okay. They looked, as I said, okay. But, we take it for granted, and I don't want to do that. And these are the games that we should be getting a bit more boosted about because they were the ones that we typically used to be struggling with, right? But Southampton at home, the pressing, some of these guys, like Wijnaldum, for example, has been playing game after game after game, still pressing. Firmino, when he comes on, pressing Salah. But we're sport. I think we're sport, and I think we just need to take stock of what we've got at the moment and say, listen, we ain't won anything. I'm not saying that we have, but it is really good to see we've made a team like Southampton, who can be a bit of a thorn in people's sides. We've made it light work.
Today, for me, it was the intricate passing. It was so noticeable today. The one-touch passing, the 1-2s by Salah, Firmino, Mane, Big Shaq, the way they were rotating. I think that sort of surprise putting Big Shaq in the middle of free roll, literally like a pit bull. Like he hadn't been fed for about a couple of weeks. He was running everywhere, finding pockets. I think that made a huge difference. Southampton really didn't know, where to sort of mark it. And your boy, what's his name, Romelu, the guy in the back,
Oriol Romeu.
He was just knocking out everyone, his own team, picking his own team up. They would say, "What are you doing, bruv?" But
I rate that, to be fair, because at least it shows that something I put myself about.
Yeah, but like, what do you reckon about that Big Shaq? Because it was a surprise seeing not Naby being selected. Because
this goes back to my point I made in the previous videos. Yeah, pray for Fabinho, bro. Just pray for my dude. Pray for my G. He's there. He's there now.
This seemed like the perfect game.
Surely, well, not the starting maybe, right? But surely when you brought Naby on, I was thinking, if you're Fabinho, I bet you're that, innit? This mother. Do you know what I mean? When you're sitting there talking, and he's like, get loose. Me? No, not you. Okay, cool. Nah, cool. I thought it was me. Nah, it's not. All right, cool.
Yeah, that was surprising.
It's actually I feel a bit sorry for him. Do you know? Is he like secretly dead? Is he like a dead player? Is that what's happening? Is Klopp like, damn?
Nah, I mean, we got heavy fixture list coming up. Not just even now, but all the cup competitions.
Yeah, so I get that, but play him, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just bring him on, like you said. 3-0 done. Just put him
on.
He
brought him on the other day in that game. Was it PSG?
For like 1 minute.
He came on. He fouled Neymar.
And that was it.
Right? That was it. Done.
Well done.
But now, listen. It's I think the one thing I did like is Big Shaq. I think he's the sort of person that we need to keep breeding and giving him game time because he looks hungry, he looks motivated, and I think someone like him, he's still relatively young, but he's played at Bayern Munich, he's played at Inter Milan, he's played for his country, so it's not like he's scared of the big occasion, he doesn't know it, and I think having that experience with Stoke, I think he's like, I don't want to do that again. I want to stay at a team where it's playing in competitions like Champions Leagues and potentially competing for leagues. You don't want to speak too soon, but that environment I think he wants to be in, and he's a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? He's happier now, and he's a bit more grateful for the opportunity, because before I bet he was like, yeah, I'm a big man, I'll do this, I'll do that. Now he's like, listen, I don't want to go be playing at Stoke on a Tuesday.
I think he actually likes, like you said, playing underneath Klopp. A lot of people do, you see it, right? But he did some really clever things today. It wasn't just finding the pockets in between the midfield and the defence. He was actually getting the other side. He was, a couple of 1-2s going around the corners, and he kept the defence always thinking on their toes. And that's what gave, for me, the room for Firmino to be doing his thing. Salah, Mane, and so when he came off, was it? I don't know, because maybe I think it was a good move in the sense that we've got the job done. Now we get Milner to put the balance in, because Shaq was really, really attacking. Like I said, he was getting in behind the defender. So maybe that was the thinking, and it was a good move because Milner came on and he did his thing. But he was high on confidence. He almost scored that fantastic free kick. So I don't know.
I don't know. The one thing I loved about Big Shaq is that he gives us something that our midfielders haven't necessarily been doing as much. Kate has been doing it to a certain extent, but with Milner, Henderson, the third man run you don't get it much. And today it was evident to see that we had a lot of people going that way, pass the ball. We were going to be in possession of the ball.
Yeah.
Be brave. Get on the ball and be brave, and make that forward run. Make that run. Burst through the lines, because you've got enough midfielders, and you've got Van Dijk who steps in. So I thought from that side of things, you could see why he did play him. It was like we need another man to make those forward runs, and he was doing that, which was really good to see. I'm not sure why they took him off at half time. I don't know if it's an injury or fixture pile up. But then even if you do take him off, I don't understand why you'd go for Milner. because you wouldn't start Milner for, I don't know, if it's a tactical and if it is what you said, then fair play, then, stroke of genius or whatever. But I just think it's a perfect opportunity to. Keita still needs game time. He still needs to acclimatise. We've got some big games coming up. He still needs to acclimatise. Yeah. And Fabinho, he needs to get his feet wet. You know what I mean? He needs to do something. Do you know what I mean? And at the moment he hasn't. So that's the only thing I'll turn around and be like, really good to see Matip back, getting a goal as well. Good headaches to have.
Yeah, definitely.
Worrying to see the Bandar go off. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
I think it just looked like some abdominal or rib thing. That's what it just looked like.
Well, what? Because he was pointing there, obviously, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, all I'm saying is, as soon as he went down, you see everyone's like, oh shit, you okay, bro?
Everyone literally went running over to him. Literally, is like, you alright? You alright? So it's like when the striker goes down, normally thinking, oh shit, where's our goals gonna come from? But yeah, big player, and just like you said, even when Gomez came on, just slotted in perfectly, bro, smooth as butter. Just carried on, and then they didn't make any mistakes between themselves. I don't know if Southampton are really bad, because even like people like Lamina, is it Lamina? Yeah. And then like last time we watched the game, he was quite,
he was a bit of a threat. I think today is difficult because for a team like Southampton who come in there looking for scraps and whatever, I think you're not going to get that with Van Dijk. You just don't get that. I think the goalkeeper as well, like he just makes good decisions. Obviously
that big punch he didn't want.
Yeah, big punch. I think again the kicking thing is a bit worrying. So I think in his back of his mind he's like, well. Typically, he's like, I want to take a risk here, but he won't. Do you know what I mean? Because I think he's been burnt on that side of things. The only thing that's a slight concern for me, pessimist as always, was I think Trent's getting a bit, I don't want to say above his station, but today, do you know what I mean? You see him throwing his arms about and getting a bit vexed with stuff not happening. When Van Dijk went off, I felt he was a bit like, these men.
I like that.
No, I do, but remember, he's only 19.
Yeah.
So just, you know what I mean? There's Matip's played a lot of football. He knows what he's doing. So do you know what I mean? It's not like
I saw that a few times.
And it's not like he's done anything wrong. He wants the ball. I get that. I love that. It's fine. Today he wasn't as advanced as he has been against PSG. He was right up there. Van Dijk was getting that ball out there. Same for Spurs, playing quite advanced, finding a bit more central. Today he was a bit more orthodox, and he was playing in that position more orthodox. I thought Robertson head down just goes to work. I think Trent's getting a bit like, yo, you know what I mean? I want the ball. I like it that he wants the ball, but also remember, like, listen, there's a long season ahead. Do you know what I mean? So
I think for me personally, I see it as like we've got levels to hit now, and I get his frustration, and with VVD and Gomez, he probably gets the ball a lot quicker. And I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I like that because he is young, but he's doing the right thing. So let's wrap this video up on man of the match. Who was the man of the match for you?
I would probably.
It's a difficult one today.
It is. I thought everyone was pretty solid.
Before you think, I'm going for Bobby because all the stuff that I was talking about, the intricate passing today was so noticeable. He was involved in everything he was involved in. He gave a lovely through ball to Salah. I think it was in the first half or second half. Perfectly weighted, and like you said, every single thing that he was involved in, and he's right back where he was.
To be honest, I mean, I'm just trying to think about it now, and actually, you're right. That's probably the only person I could think of. Again, I'm not gonna hide around it. I know Liverpool fans are getting a bit sort of like worried about it. You got to address the elephant in the room, which was Salah. There's no different for me. It was the same today. It was decision making was poor. He looks like he's low on confidence. But the one thing I will say, he's got a goal, and that shows that he's in the right place at the right time. So he's doing the right things. He's getting in the position. He's getting on the ball, and he's doing the right things. I just think that at the moment, when someone is kind of like stretching for form a little bit, you do make bad decisions, and he is definitely doing that. Yeah. He's making some stinking decisions, but we've won the game 3-0, and it's nice to be in a position to turn around and slightly, be critical when we've won 3-0 and we've outplayed the opposition as comfortably as we have.
So moving on to the next game. I think it's a cup game with Chelsea in midweek, and then we've got Chelsea again in the league. Have you got any questions for me? Question is basically about the subs. Do you think Fabinho really should be getting a gig now? Or do you think, I know a lot of people have said that they're sort of bringing him in slowly, but should he really be getting his feet wet, like you mentioned? Now, that's my question. I don't know about if you got
my question is actually more of a it's suggestions. What would your team be for the game in the week? I think we were talking about it earlier. My team, this is just right off the top of my head, these are the players that I'll be playing. Mignolet, Moreno, Matip, probably, if Lovren's on his way back, I don't know how close he is, but if we can get him game time, then great. If not, I'll go Gomez and Matip. And then I'd go Klein. And then midfield, I'd probably go Fabinho, please. Fabinho, Keita, and probably...
Is Lana hanging about as well?
I don't know if he's injured or not, but, and then one of the others, maybe Big Shaq. And then I'd, up front, I don't know if Sturridge would play. Solanke, if he's around. I don't know what. I haven't seen him in the squads, and maybe one of the younger lads. I know that we've got a few on loan, but the point I'm trying to make is how comfortable do you feel with that? I feel so much more comfortable going into a cup game now, thinking these are all players that could start. The midfield will be money that we've spent. So that's the point I'm trying to make is I'm happy with the strength and depth that we've got. What would you guys play, and what are your thoughts?
So see you in the midweek for the cup game. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Peace.